And I am live. Oh, there I was thinking that 30 seconds is enough for me to notify my people that I'm going on live, but it's not enough. I wish I can increase the time. Just trying to share my life. So please share if you think there is anyone that would benefit from this conversation today. And let me know where you're watching from. So, for those who don't know me, I enjoy what I do, helping and supporting working parents to start and set up their own digital businesses, allowing them to break free from the 9 to 5 grind. That is what I do. And my name is Lillian. I'm a digital business owner and I am also a data analyst, a mom of 2 children, and I live in England. So, how has your day been? How has your day been? I hope well. Well, for me, it's been intense as always. Working parent, I'm sure you understand what I mean. And but what do? We power on. We keep going. Consistency is key. And I'm pleased to say that I'm halfway through my 90-day challenge. Hooray! Halfway through. Wow. When I started, I didn't realize I would get to this point. I honestly didn't believe I would, but you know what? The power of consistency pays. It really, 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 really does pay. I've only missed one day, and that was 2 days ago. That was a drop in internet connectivity. My sincerest apologies. I do not understand why that happens. I've done everything. Look, what do you do when I've gotten the Wi-Fi extender? I've changed provider several times. Like, please, if you're watching me today, can you please tell me what internet provider is best? What do you use? Because I don't know what else to do. I've changed locations around the house and I still get exactly the same problem. Like, I literally get the same issue. Everywhere I go, internet drops. I've used the Wi Fi extender, it drops. I've done everything. God. Let me know in the comment section what internet provider would you recommend that I use? Currently using Virgin, and it looks like Virgin is not the best. I don't know. I think my husband thinks otherwise anyway, but what other internet provider? I've tried using BT in the past, issues. I've tried using Sky in the past, issues. What do I do? Anyway, back to my topic. So, I was saying that I have been consistent with my posting, sorry, not with my live from a challenge, and I'm gaining confidence. But I mean, for those that are just joining, I'm Lillian. I'm a digital business owner. I'm a data analyst and I'm a married mom of 2 beautiful kids. I'm lucky to have been blessed by one of each. Honestly, I'll tell you the gist about that. Like that one, I prayed. Hey, Anyway, but I'm grateful to God for my 2 lovely, wonderful children, and they are my reason. My children and my husband, they are the reason I stand up from bed every day. They are the reason I do what I do. Go to work. They are everything to me. So little wonder I'm sat here doing something wonderful for myself. But anyway, again, I enjoy what I do. Like I said earlier, if you're just joining me, I'm just reintroducing myself to you because of that break in transmission, helping and supporting working parents to start and run and set up their own online business, allowing them to break free from the 9 to 5 grind. You know, when you have the reason why many of us work as hard as we do is because we don't have another source of income. The moment you have another source of income, you can play around with your time frame, your working pattern. You can decide, okay, you know what, I'll keep working, but I don't have to do 9 to 5. I can do 3 days a week, or I can maybe do temp time. You know, there's options. The options open because, and you gladly choose the one that works for you because you're not having to depend so much more on that full income from that particular source. Multiple streams of income create a source of comfort and create some flexibility. And for some, it might be a case of, you know what, my business is funding my lifestyle. I'm not working again. And there are many of those people in my community as well. But anyway, I'm talking to you today about myself and how proud I am of myself that I've gone halfway. I'm so proud of myself. I've gone halfway. Consistency it really does pay off. That's what I would like to say today to encourage you. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about today, and it is going to be very brief anyway, is creating systems that work for you to free up some time. The truth is that our responsibilities are not going to diminish. I don't know what stage of life you are in terms of your parenting journey. Some of us are just beginning our journey. I would say I'm in the halfway through, but there are some people that could be potentially watching me and they're just beginning their journey. Some people are maybe towards what we would potentially call the end, although it's not the end, because I don't believe even when your child is an adult and leaves your house that you stop worrying. I just believe that the responsibilities change, the relationship shifts to something much more mature and much better. Well, not much better, but different. Your role as a parent changes to something different as your children get older. So many of us are in different stages of parenting. And what I know is that each stage has its challenges. Each stage does, comes with its, of course, its joys, but also its challenges. And I would say from my experience so far and from what I've been made to understand is that there's more of a physical challenge when they are younger. And but what do I mean by physical challenge? Because the children depend on you for everything. Just like when you have your baby can't do anything. You have to carry the baby everywhere. You have to feed the baby. You have to change the nappy, bath them, wash them. There's a lot of your physical apart from your emotional and every other part, but more physical demand from them, for them, or from the children at that age. And as they start to grow older, they start to gain independence. But of course, you still need to be there to support them. So I think the challenges shift into maybe something maybe more emotional, may be perhaps a little maybe more nurturing. Is it nurturing now? Showing them how to do things, teaching them, guiding them. That then it shifts. And then I don't have a teenager yet. Sorry, I'm almost close to having a teenager, but I don't have like maybe 17, 18-year-old or 19-year-old. So I really would want to know from those that have older children, really, to be honest, how it feels like to parent children that are above 18, because I'm here to learn as well. I don't know everything. But what I know is that at the beginning or the younger stages, it can be very demanding, right? It can be so demanding. And people from where I come from have support. But I'm coming here, they struggle with that support. So they end up doing everything by themselves. And that can be very exhausting. It can be very, 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 very exhausting because you still have to work, your normal work, pay your bills, and still come back home and help the children, depending on their stage, be with them, feed them, clean them, bath them. It's all encompassing, demanding. And one thing that came to my mind today is Yes, I know we are trying to settle in for those that might be trying to settle in, and getting a system, or and it may be a support system, it may be whatever the system might be. In any case, getting one might seem challenging at that point in time. So, and I believe that the system that would really, really help people is a system or process that they have built to make maybe an extra income. Because the real truth of the matter is, most of our day is taken by employment, by job. I've read somewhere that we spend one third, or is it one third or two thirds of our adult life in an office for those of us that work someone, or in employment, two-thirds of our adult life employed, and then the remaining one-third you spread it between your children, your family, it's a lot. So I'm here to encourage you to start thinking about creating a system that will give you rest. The reality is now dawning that employment is not just the one way, the only way. There are other ways by which you can make an income. We were not lucky to be born in this country. Our family, we come from a different part of the world. So our families have not started here, their lives here. We have come here to start from the bare minimum, the bottom. So we need to try to be forward thinking. And for those of us that have no children yet, but you're aspiring to be a parent, this is really directed at you. Simple reason is because you don't know. There's some decisions I would have made many years backwards if I knew about it then. But no problem. They say it is when your morning comes that you wake up. I'm here to tell you that you may not have children now, but as long as you're aspiring to be a parent, you need to start thinking about systems. You need to start thinking about systems, creating a system or systems that would help you when eventually you start having children, so that you can be more present for your children without necessarily feeling exhausted. So, my encouragement for you today is create a system that gives you rest. Create a system that gives you rest. It might not even be financial system. It might be a support system. You have to be purposeful and strategic about these things. And that's what I'm here to say to you today. Now, if you are already a parent, it's not even too late. Create a system that will give you rest. That is my word for today. And I don't know what it is, but that's what I feel led to talk about this evening. We are all exhausted. We are tired. I can see it. I see it. I see it on the train when I'm going to work. I see parents like myself, tired already before the day even starts. I see it. So imagine having to do this. I don't know how old your children are, because I'm targeting working parents. As in, my talk today is on working parents. I don't know what age your child is. Your child may be 1. Imagine having to do this for the next 17 years. Because at least in that period, you have to do it. And if you're a parent like me that really would want to pay their tuition fees for university for them, then we're even talking about longer. And I have my own personal reasons why I want to do that, but I know it might not be for everybody. But for me, if I can afford to, of which I believe I will afford to, I'm going to pay their fees. So imagine that I would now have to work for even beyond age 18. And then I will still have to account for maybe 1 year, 6 months when they are still trying to look for work to set themselves out after the studies. So we're easily talking about 21 years consistent. Like in that 21 years, you cannot not earn. It's impossible. You cannot not earn. But if you have a system that you have created that would help you on that journey, and by system, financial system, streams of income that you have created that would help you on that journey, you would realize that you're not going to work as hard. Like you wouldn't be stressed. Not you wouldn't work as hard. You would work hard. Of course, you have to work, but it will be different because you're working hard for yourself. You're building your own legacy. You're building the legacy for your children, and you're also being there for them. So it's never too late to start thinking about systems and processes and ways to help you make things easy for you. As a working mom, speaking to my fellow moms, you need to take care of yourself. It's very vital. You don't want to just imagine what your children will be like if you are not there because you keep working and working and working and working. The money that you're even bringing in when you're not there, they will always find a way to survive, but they will miss your presence. And your presence is important. Your presence is important. So it's Friday. Think about your systems, financial, mental, any kind of system. Think about it, but make sure that you're creating them. If you don't have one, you need to start thinking about creating them because you know what? We working parents deserve rest. We deserve rest, and there is a better way. There is a better way. I think yesterday I was saying something around, and it's something I'm still reflecting on. I feel like the system has been designed in such a way that it will keep us working for the most part of our lives. And when you're not working, you're claiming something from the government, right? The system, I feel like that's what the system has been designed. And I'm trying to work out why. Like, shouldn't there be a better way? But that thing, because it's at the back of my mind, I'm like, I want to break out of this system. Like, why do I have to work all my life? Why? So I'm leaving that for today. Weekend is weekending. It's Friday. What are you planning to do? In whatever you do, think strategically. Think and create your processes because it doesn't happen overnight. Change doesn't come overnight. You have to start from somewhere. So I'm going to leave it there. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a good evening.